getting into the last story of the day, says New Times Siena poll finds Mamdani leading with 46% in a 4-way New York City mayoral race. And this is a huge blind spot for the left because, like, the left is like, yeah, they're already behind Mamdani, so they already know this. They don't need to worry about it. But you've got 60% of the reporting coming from the center, 40% coming from the right. There was only 5 articles when I looked at this morning. I'm just going to refresh it to see if any more. So there's 8 now. Now you've got like one left-leaning publication reporting on it with 14% of the distribution from the left, 57 center, 29% from the right. So my story is from, let's see, let's just sort by factuality. Oh, Siena College, I believe. So it says high factuality and center rating. So like I said, this is the whole story right here in my entire screen right now. So I'll just read it and then that'll kind of be it. But you can see the right hates Zorhan Mamdani. They are so afraid of him because he represents radical change and a disruption to the system, the established system. So Zorhan Mamdani, 46%, holds a 22-point advantage over Andrew Cuomo, 24%, followed by Curtis Sliwa, 15%, and Eric Adams at 9% among the likely New York City voters, said Don Levi, SRI's director. Mamdani holds a huge lead among young voters, while voters 45 and older are split between Cuomo and Mamdani in the 4-way race. The big if is what would happen if both Sliwa and Adams were to drop out of the race and make it a 2-person showdown. Cuomo would capture the vast majority of both Adams and Sliwa's current support and win a majority of voters over 45. Mamdani's overwhelming 22-point lead would shrink to 4 points. At present, Cuomo would need both Adams and Sliwa to drop out in order to close the gap. Which, if you watched our last episode, you would know that that's what the Trump administration is trying to have happen right now. They've been meeting with Eric Adams, trying to get him to drop out of the race. There's rumors that they've been meeting with Curtis Sliwa, asking him to drop out of the race, but I haven't read any reporting on that, but I did do a story about the Eric Adams thing. So a majority of New York City likely voters, 52%, have a favorable view of Mamdani, while the majority, 59%, view Andrew Cuomo as unfavorably. A plurality of Mamdani's voters say that the cost of living in the city is the number one issue, while voters that prefer Cuomo, Adams, and Sliwa are most likely to cite crime as what's most rotten in the Big Apple. A lot could change in this race if Adams and or Sliwa drop out, or Mamdani could continue to ride his support among young voters and voters concerned about the economic issues all the way to Gracie Mansion, which is what we hope happens here at Nightly News This Morning, because we've been talking about how he is one of these politicians in that group of young Democratic politicians that might have a chance to actually enact some real change in the national U.S. political scene. So we will continue to report on what's going on in the New York City mayoral race here at Nightly News This Morning, and just stay tuned and we'll let you know what happens. Hey, thanks for checking out this video from Nightly News This Morning. If you wouldn't mind, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video or when we go live on Tuesdays and Fridays.